an unboxing for you. This is the Owlcrate for June 2017. And this is my unboxing for it. This theme, I believe, was If You Make It Out Alive. I did already open the box, so all my stuff is fairly nicely organized in here, but let me just confirm that I'm giving you the right theme. So, this is Make It Out Alive. This was the postcard that came with it, the spoiler card that also came with it. There were some, well, I'm going to come back to that because that tells you what the book is, and I like to do the book last. There's actually 2 books in this one. So there was an eye mask, and it is a zombie eye mask, and it is by, let me see if it tells you on here. I swear it told me because I read through. Oh, here it is. You'll need your rest to survive the apocalypse. Use your zombie sleep mask from Archie McPhee when you need to recharge. And I actually do use sleep masks. Usually they're a little bit thicker than that, but I do use them because my room is actually like really bright. This is from Fizzy Apothecary, and it is a bath bomb. And I guess it is a like a Divergent style, and there's little charms in here, and so when you put it in the bathtub and it fizzes out, there will be a charm for which faction you're in, but then there's also the possibility that you could be Divergent, which I'm guessing would mean there's multiple charms in there. So that's kind of exciting. I can kind of smell it, but I can't like figure out exactly what scent it is through the wrapping. So that's by Fizzy Apothecary. I don't know when I'll get to that because I don't like taking a bath anymore. I used to, but my tub is like 1955, like original, and I don't know. The porcelain, like I feel like you can never get it clean enough. So I don't know. When I get a new bathroom, when I redo my bathroom, maybe I'll take advantage of that. Let's see. There was a bookmark in here by Atlas Creative. It's from A Court of Thorns and Roses, which it's double-sided, but that is a series that I haven't read, and I'm actually not sure if I will read it because I've heard so many mixed reviews, not only about the series and how the series ended, and about the characters, and about Sarah J. Maas's writing, and you know, I guess her books are very emotional because I thought about reading the Throne of Glass series, and I don't like to read really emotional books. I don't want to be an empty shell when I'm done reading. So I don't know if I'll conquer that. I might. I just haven't decided yet if I want to read them or not. This next item is a patch from Laserbrain Patch Co, inspired by The Giver. So if you've ever read The Giver, which to me is like one of the original dystopian novels, you know that Jonah started seeing the color red with an apple that he was tossing back and forth with his friend. The next item, and this is like heavy duty, it's kind of cool actually. This is a magnet from An Ember in the Ashes, which is on my read list. I thought it was a duology, and then I saw somewhere that like 2 more books are coming out. So now I don't know when I'm going to read that, because I'd like to read a book, like a series, after all the books are out, preferably. This is by Little Inklings Design. It says, fear is only your enemy if you allow it to be. And it is a magnet, but it's like a, I don't know if you can tell, it's a really thick magnet, so it's really nice. What else? Bookmark, check, magnet, bath bomb, sleep mask, patch. Okay, so the second book that came in here is from Oftomes Publishing, and it's New World Rising by Jennifer Wilson. And I've actually seen these on Bookstagram, and the covers are pretty cool. So it just says, since witnessing her parents' murders at the age of 11, Phoenix's only purpose in life has been to uphold her mother's dying words. To be strong and survive. But surviving outside the walls, outside the sanctuary, is more like a drawn-out death sentence. A cruel and ruthless city, Tartarus, is run by the tribes whose motto is simple, join or die. Refusing to join and determined to live, Phoenix fights to survive this savage world. But who can she trust when no one can be trusted, not even herself? So that sounds pretty intense. This next book is the actual book item with an exclusive cover for Owlcrate subscribers. And if you actually look on like Amazon, the cover of the book is more like a darker green and more shades of green, whereas this is kind of more lighter green. So the book is The Sandcastle Empire, and that was my guess as to what it was. And the tagline is, when all hope is gone, how do you survive? It came with these stickers to go with it, and it also came with a card from the author, and it also had a signed book plate that I've already put inside because I like to do that right away. So let me read you the synopsis of this book. Before the war, Eden's life was easy. There was air conditioning, ice cream, and long days at the beach. Then the revolution happened and everything changed. Now a powerful group called the Wolf Pack controls the earth and its resources. Eden has lost everything to them. They killed her family and her friends, destroyed her home, and imprisoned her. But Eden refuses to die by their hands. She knows the coordinates to the only neutral ground left in the world, a place called Sanctuary Island, and she's desperate to escape to its shores. Eden finally reaches the island and meets others resistant to the wolves, but their solace is short-lived when one of Eden's new friends goes missing. Braving the jungle in search of their lost ally, they quickly discover Sanctuary is filled with lethal traps and an enemy they never expected. This island might be deadlier than the world Eden left behind, but surviving it is the only thing that stands between her and her freedom. So, definitely a survival story, maybe like dystopian Hatchet kind of. The letter from the author explains where she got the idea from it. So it says, Dear Owlcrate readers, when the idea for the Sandcastle Empire hit me, it came in waves. The first, its setting, a mysterious island with dense foliage surrounded by pristine sandy beaches. Another, the 4 girls who escaped to its shores in search of a peaceful future. I was intrigued by the girl dynamics. What would it be like to shove 4 near strangers on a boat, watch them try to survive despite their differing ideas about the best way to approach said survival, and then watch them learn to depend on each other, flaws and all, when they're all each other has left in the world. Each has lost everything, family, friends, home, hope, almost. I wanted to work out on the page what it would be like for people grieving these things to try to reclaim them. Together, especially as they're pushed to their physical and emotional limits in a high-stakes environment. I also made it a point to focus on beauty, sky and stars and sea, sand and trees, the ability to hope when things seem hopeless. Everything worth saving, in other words. Whatever happens in our own futures, my hope is that we'll never lose the ability to see the beauty that surrounds us, our capacity for hope itself. And that really resonates with me because I write, and something I always try to make a central theme in my stories, even when things are super dark or bleak for my characters, is I always want there to be hope. Because in my opinion, in life, if you don't have hope and you don't have faith, then you have, what do you have? So the theme for the July box is Wanderlust. And there is going to be an officially licensed item from Fantastic Beasts. So that sounds pretty cool. Oh, and I forgot the, it was hiding in there, the collectible Owlcrate pin kind of has like a Swamp Thing monster on it. So that was the Owlcrate June 2017 Make It Out Alive unboxing. And I really like how like everything is themed, like color themed. Like every item was pretty much green, and I think that's kind of fun. So that's all I have for you today. In the meanwhile, happy reading and happy writing.